We are going to get started with the Revenue Enablement Excellence Awards. And I'd like to introduce you to, although she probably really needs no introduction, we have Siobhan Thatcher here. Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about enablement and why these awards are so important. Enablement are your strength and conditioning coaches. These are the folks that you're not going to see on the field, but if you don't have them and you don't invest in enablement, then your folks are going to fumble the ball while they're out there. They're going to miss the goal. They're not going to do the things that they need to do. That's what enablement does. That's why it's an investment in what you do. And the people that we are about to introduce you to who won these awards are folks that have done exceptional programs for the companies that they work for. Before we get started, I want to thank a couple of people. I want to thank Gerhard, I know you're back there somewhere, Gerhard and Paul Butterfield, who came up with the concept with these awards, and last year was the first year we did them. Paul was to be here today, but he had a family commitment. He couldn't make it. So Steph and I are stepping in. But I also want to thank the judges, Misha McPherson, Roderick Jefferson, Corey Bray, Keenan, Peter Ostro, and me. And if you're not following these people, you should, because they're exceptional enablement leaders in their own right. And we had a number of things that we were looking at, but we could categorize them into three parts: into innovation, into inspiration, and into impact.
All right, thank you so much. All right, our first award winner here is Mark Clausen, and he leads global sales performance and strategy at IBM. He actually was able to, with his team, they were able to create a global methodology for their 18,000 salespeople and 1,600 sales managers, so that they were trying to really understand the opportunities that they had at a deeper level, and it dramatically improved their strategy. Now we have Matt Krieger is here to accept the award. Matt is the Global Digital Sales Enablement Leader at IBM. And I believe we have a video from Mark, who's unable to make it.
On behalf of the Global IBM Sales Enablement Team, I'm pleased to accept this Sales 3.0 Revenue Excellence Award. The work that Gerhard and the entire team at Selling Power does continues to inform, educate, and amplify the critical role that sales and sales enablement plays. The work our team here at IBM has done to implement the Global Revenue Enablement Program for our 18,000 sellers and 1,600 first-line sales managers has been a 2-year effort in vision, execution, and perseverance. Our partnership with the Revenue Storm Company has been instrumental in our success, and a big thank you to Kevin Dodrell. Our global coaching team has now coached over $1.5 billion worth of key sales opportunities and dramatically improved our win rates. So thank you to Sebastian Kraus, our IBM Senior Vice President and Chief Revenue Officer, for his vision and support of the program, and also to Rebecca Reyes for her support and encouragement as the Global Sales Enablement Leader here at IBM. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to Sales 3.0, and I'm here on behalf of IBM and accepting this award for Mark and our team. Thank you, everybody, for having us. Appreciate that.
So this award for IBM was actually a duel. There were two people that were involved in this project. And the second one is Georgia Watson. She is based in Australia, I believe. And Georgia was also very much involved in this project. So we have an award for her as well.
Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Georgia Watson here. I'm feeling really honoured. Thank you to Selling Power for awarding this great program and all you do to support the extended sales community. A big congratulations to everyone who was recognised in the Revenue Enablement Excellence Awards as well. I also want to say a big thank you to my colleague, Mark Clausen. It's been a privilege to collaborate with Mark and the global team on bringing our sales methodology, the IBM Client Engagement Model, and this program, Deal Coaching to Win, to fruition and making it real for our sellers across IBM, Australia and New Zealand. It's really making a very positive impact on our business and on our win rates. It's creating more valuable interactions with our clients. It's helping sales teams and individuals to grow, and even better, to show up at their best. For me, as an enabler, that's what makes it all worthwhile. I suspect it does for many of you there in the room as well. So here's to enablers doing great work.
Next up, we have Jaron Kirchnavi. He's a sales and revenue enablement leader at Siemens. He's implemented a global enablement program that achieved consistent results and effectiveness across all the regions. So let's give it up for Jaron.
Well, thank you first to everybody who's involved in setting up this award. I really appreciate that we're giving back to the enablement community, because we put in so much sweat and tears to bring success to our organizations, to the sales teams. So thank you everybody who's been involved in this. So this is a compilation of many years of me working at Siemens. It's a quite simple use case. So we wanted to change the way we did selling within the organization. We wanted to become more proactive, more based on target accounts, and moving away from opportunistic. And we put together an enablement program for the whole year. It started off with the launch of our sales kickoff event. So we had a 3-week, very intensive program where we trained the sellers on the new products, how they can successfully go out to market, being more proactive, coming with insights. We brought the management to the side and we turned them into top-notch coaches, because they're the ones who are going to coach the sellers to success throughout the whole year. And we brought this content together in the sales kickoff event on site to reinforce. And this was the launch of our global prospecting program, and where we created lots of new opportunities. And we tracked this periodically. We brought the team together in prospecting calls. We got to see the messaging that they were bringing out to their customers. Was it resonating? We got to build that feedback back into the material. Everything was aligned. The sales methodology was included in the selling material that we gave to them. And in the end, we generated multi-million in pipeline and new revenue.
This gentleman, I think a lot of people know him, Matt Schalze, who is a director of revenue enablement and business development at Advantive, and he's actually doing a presentation here, I believe, in the next couple of days.
So I can remember back when I was a baby enabler, I had no idea what enablement was. The judges here today that created this award and really looked through everything. I mean, you guys were the mentors. You guys were the people that I looked up to get me to where I am today. So I appreciate every single one of the judges. And then Sales 3.0, thank you guys for hosting this miraculous event. I think it's great to recognize enablement in a different sense, especially in front of CEOs and CROs. Oftentimes, we're a inclusive community that only awards each other. And so I think it's great to expand out as well too, and to recognize those efforts amongst the rest of the orgs. We had a hyper-acquisitive approach. So we acquired 12 companies within a year and a half. And so it's very hard to not only emerge culturally what we were doing with our individuals, but as well as all of our product enablement knowledge as well too. For a majority of that, I was a single enabler as well too, had a little bit of side help for a couple of different areas. But truthfully, I could definitely say the key component to any enabler and their profession is 2 things: collaboration and coordination. If you know how to collaborate, you're going to be probably one of the best enablers that you'll see in the world. If you know how to coordinate your projects and really understand where and how you actually need to execute what the outcomes need to be, you're going to be able to go ahead and dominate any type of revenue pipeline or goals that you guys are willing to achieve. So with that, thank you all.
Our next winner is Nicole Ward. Nicole is the Global Revenue Enablement Leader at OneSource Virtual, and she was working to drive a transformational change to the revenue enablement strategy that substantially grew the average deal size, and it really lifted up the sellers and their ability to hit their quota. And we actually have a video.
Hi, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to receive this award and truly sorry that I can't be there in person with you today. This is such an incredible group of enablement leaders to be recognized with, and I continue to be so inspired by our enablement community. After 14 years of pursuing growth as an enablement practitioner turned leader, it's truly an honor to be recognized. These achievements came with teamwork and the people that I am so fortunate to work alongside. And not to diminish our efforts, but I have to say how incredible it is to join a company during a time of growth and transformation. With no formal enablement program, we had nothing but runway. And I'm so grateful to my leadership team for trusting me to support the new direction of our business with meaningful changes that made an impact quickly. This award's for all of us. Thank you once again to my partners at Seismic for the nomination, the judges, and the entire team at Selling Power for shining a spotlight on revenue enablement. Enjoy Las Vegas.
Our next awardee is Patek Hawkins, who is the VP of Revenue Enablement and Operation at PAX 8. So even though Patek joined PAX 8 last year, the impact that she has had with that organization and her team has been absolutely phenomenal. They've implemented 3 key initiatives and resulted in an uplift of sales productivity of 25%. And not only that, but they increased their pipeline over 3 quarters by over 70%. So those numbers are astronomical. Patek, if you would please come up.
Thank you so much, everybody, for helping us showcase all the hard work that we're doing. As you may or may not know, enablement is usually on the background, and we actually like that for a reason. But it's so nice to be in front of you today. I wanted to say this. A lot of the work that we're doing is absolutely an effort of all my team and also an amazing leadership that we have. Our CRO thinking about revenue excellence as the center of how our organization is going to grow, and enablement being in the center of that revenue excellence. So we've done 3 things in last year, which was extremely challenging. Everything from Peter to Susan, all the change management and things that AI, all things AI, were all the things that we did last year to get to these astronomical growth. Number 1, we looked at our 12-step sales process and we narrowed it down to 5 steps. And that was one of the reasons why you saw the pipeline increase, because as you can imagine, nobody's going to follow a 12-step process, right? So maybe there's something to say to that. The second thing was we implemented a methodology. We implemented command of the message because that really spoke to how we are going to grow our revenue, gain efficiencies, and reduce risk. And as a result of that, everybody in the company started speaking the same language across marketing, sales, and platform. And thirdly, we implemented cutting-edge technology like HighSpot to making everything just in time, just for me, for our sellers to gain extreme efficiency. And while we were driving these changes, we hyperly focused on co-creating because, like everybody else said, decisions are made elsewhere sometimes, and when you just put it in front of the floor, it's not embraced as mine. So we knew that co-creation was the key to adoption, and all my team, all the efforts that they've done was amazing because of that. Because of them, we could earn this award. So I stand in front of you saying thank you to organizers of Sales 3.0, to Siobhan, and to everybody who has participated and supported. Thank you all.
Next up, we have Sally Ladrick, the revenue enablement leader who is actually currently open to work. She proposed and worked with the ThoughtBot team to implement several efforts in order to gain visibility into performance and to better measure the results. And we have Matt again up here to accept the award for Sally, and we have a video for her too.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be receiving this award today. I'm honored, and I just really want to give Matt Schalze a shout out for being there to accept on my behalf. Thank you again to everyone on the committee. And if you are someone who is wanting to make a bigger impact in your enablement practice, I would really encourage you to lean into the data, lean into your insights, and find those specific targeted areas where you can improve behaviors that will ultimately do things like increase your win rate, increase your average deal size, decrease your cycle length, and increase your number of opportunities. Because if we can influence those things, that's what it's all about, right? And so I, again, am just so appreciative, and thank you everyone. And I hope to see some of you soon. Bye now.
All right, next we have Sandy Robinson, who's an SVP of RevOps and Enablement at Patrick Corporation. When she joined, there was no enablement and there was no RevOps. Everything was being done by the salespeople. So you can imagine how popular that was. Sandy created and implemented a very successful onboarding program that measurably reduced new hire ramp time while she was onboarding at the same time. There you are.
Thank you to everybody. I am very honored to receive this award. There's some amazing enablers up here talking about their successes and things that they've done. As a revenue enablement leader, I am passionate about enabling the customer buying journey, the full customer life cycle. Easier said than done, right? So I see a lot of you going, oh my gosh, I know this is a great thing on paper, but one of the things that I try to do in the way that I approach it is a framework called ICE. So ICE stands for integrate, collaborate, and educate. So integrate means integrate your teams, integrate your systems, integrate your processes, all the folks that you're working with. Collaborate means collaborate with other departments, other stakeholders, all those silos within your organization. And educate means that's got to start with the C-suite, with the management team, with all the leaders and all the different departments across the organization. So when you think about enabling the customer buying journey, think about ICE, ICE, baby. Thank you.
Next up, we have Cheryl Bushek, the Director of Global Revenue Enablement at Juniper Networks. So she was rethinking and creating really from scratch an in-person onboarding workshop. And she was expanding beyond the live event to create a holistic onboarding program.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here. Anybody that knows me knows I love my job. I love enablement. And I prefer to call onboarding ramp to productivity because the way I think is that I want to make sure I'm ramping people to full productivity as quickly as possible. So it's really not just training. It's not just our live 1 week event. It's a whole program and process around really taking somebody by the hand from day one and providing them with what they need to get successful quickly. And ultimately, what I've found is when we do this well, we see all of sales start to elevate. We see a reduction in voluntary departures. And those are the types of results we're starting to see. So I'm all about real productivity metrics. I'm all about assessing people to make sure they have what they need to succeed and really driving success in the organization. It has very little to do with me personally. I appreciate Sales 3.0 and the judge's recognition of this dedication that my team has to really helping people get successful quickly and then stay successful by giving them what they need at the beginning. And I was very fortunate last year to walk into a super high performance team. So my team includes, I'm going to say their names. So I have Nandini Agrawal, I have Courtney Parker, I have David Winningham, and I have Tony Familia to thank for all these wonderful, innovative role-based programs that are truly making a difference with all the people that walk in our door. And thank you to my VP, Doug Erpenbeck, who has been a strong supporter and has helped me get what my team needs to bring these programs to the light of day. So I'm blessed to be here. I love my job. And thank you to everybody at Sales 3.0 and the judges. I'm honored to receive this award on behalf of my team.
This next award is actually somebody who's very near and dear to my heart. I'm sure she'll kill me because this is going to be on video, but her nickname is Tink. And if you met her and you'll see a video of her, you'll know why. But her name is Steph Kriener, and she's a sales enablement manager at Salesforce. Now, we were initially Slack, and it was a program at Slack that she did. And we determined that the Slack sellers In EMEA, 50% of them were below quota. 50% of them were really struggling, and we needed to help them become better managers, better leaders. And so Steph ran a program. It was a sales performance lab that was done for the leadership, and the results of it were really amazing. I mean, they increased. It was a 6-week program. Salesforce introduced it globally. Her program in EMEA was the only one that was successful. I mean, it was that good. So at this point, let's watch the video and she'll tell you what's going on.
Hi everyone, Steph Kreener, Sales Enablement Manager at Salesforce here. I hope you're all having a fantastic experience at the CRO Summit in Las Vegas. And I am sorry I cannot attend in person, but I'm dialing in from an unexpectedly sunny London. It is an honor and a privilege to be representing Slack and Salesforce today and to be recognized as one of the winners of the Revenue Enablement Excellence Awards. Our success in developing revenue impacting enablement programs is testament to the ethos of hard work, dedication, and collaboration within our organization. We set out with a vision to empower our sales teams with the right tools, knowledge, and strategies, ensuring that they could excel and drive significant revenue growth. The programs of note for this award highlighted my role in developing a fast ramp Slack EMEA onboarding process, which saw Slack EMEA to be the fastest ramping region globally, with new hires 6 weeks in seat, generating over 1 million in pipeline. It also showcased how I designed and delivered a tailored leadership workshop series for first line and second line leaders, focusing on forecast accuracy, deal reviews, and deal strategies. I also designed and delivered a tailored Slack EMEA experience for underperforming AEs, resulting in an uplift of 35% pipe gen, 56% increase in ACV, and a 12% increase in AE participation for the participants over the 6-week enablement program. We see enablement as a key component of any sales and success process, and I was privileged to be part of that. In conclusion, I'd like to thank the Slack leadership team for their unwavering support, from enablement to sales and cross-functional partners. And these key partnerships make any enablement program we drive a success. So thank you. Finally, I would like to thank all at the Revenue Enablement Society and indeed the judges for recognizing me here for this award tonight. And I'd like to extend my heartiest congratulations to the other recipients. I wish you all a wonderful evening.
Next up, we have Terry Long, who is the VP of Global Enablement at MindTickle. Now, there was an urgent need to address the concerns that were coming from the C-suite. How familiar is that? It was regarding the lack of clear insights into individual reps' strengths and weaknesses. So Terry Long, please come up.
So I'm going to keep this short and sweet, but first of all, thank you, Gerard. This is the only award that I know exists in my 19 years of enablement that focuses on impact. Truly, what kind of revenue impact is enablement having? So I appreciate that. That makes it even more meaningful. I can't do what I do without a very high-performing enablement team. So this award isn't really about me. It's really about the team that's supporting these efforts. And there's two things that I have learned that I want to just share with you, because while the work is very important, my team has asked many times, what are the best practices? What do you think about? And there's two. One is get out of the boardroom. We spend so much time thinking that we know what's happening. And in reality, we need to be in the field. We need to be in the trenches. We need to understand what's actually happening, not just with our sellers, but with our customers. And the second thing I would say is break to build. Everybody is afraid of breaking things. I am not. Breaking is an amazing exercise, and it challenges us to think a little bit differently about what we have and what we can do. So thank you, Gerard. Thank you to MindTickle and all of the support that the Enablement Society provides.
Our next award goes to Vivian Ng, who's a global sales growth executive at a global growth practice. Vivian developed a revenue enablement strategy that drives revenue growth and team performance enhancements by increasing speed to customers, increasing deal size, and stabilizing a healthy funnel. And there are some wonderful numbers there. So
thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gerhard and the Selling Power team, as well as the judges today. I would like to send my thank you to my colleague at MKS Instrument, as well as the former Senior Vice President of Global Sales, Jeff Parker, who has led change from product selling to orchestrated selling. And that gave me a platform to start revenue enablement from ground zero. In my life, my C-suite executive, just like yours, every day they are asking for outcome. And not only outcome, they're asking for predictable results, right? What is the number today? How are we going to make? What is my forecast? And so in sales, we are dealing with people. And people are unpredictable. So in my role, I take this as a mission-critical investment role to help build and also to help put chaos into order for the predictable results. My North Star of getting this enablement up and running, for a 60 years old company, is one thing. One thing is everything rises and falls on leadership. And to me, when I first get in there, I ask for how can we build a good sales culture? How do we hire the right people? How do we put a pragmatic work standard and also bring in consistent accountability to the ground? Because I feel that that is the foundation to bring enablement success. Without that, everything is going to be spinning the wheel. So for all of you out there, enablers, take times. This is a tricky job. Take times to take credits, for the change that you bring in. And you know what? Celebrate every single success that you make for your amazing job. Thank you all. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you.
So Cameron is the Senior Director of Global Enablement at Cisco. I've known Cameron for a number of years. And when I read the description of the program that they ran there and the success, it blew me away. The work that they have done and the size of the group, the numbers are phenomenal. Direct contribution of almost $3 billion in pipeline, 98% completion rate, and over 6,500 pitches submitted for evaluation and coaching. So this program was phenomenal. So Cameron, congratulations.
First of all, thank you so much to the judges who took time out to read all the applications, and to this event. I was, casting my mind back to 10 years ago, and I would literally tune in online to every little snippet of any little thing that I could find when we were trying to become practitioners and elevate the function. So thank you for all the work that they do. I also want to say that it was just such a big pleasure to me and my entire team to put on this program, because part of the application for this award is to submit testimonials from the field. And we got testimonial after testimonial after testimonial around how this unlocked meetings, unlocked opportunities, increased their overall pipeline and helped with their attainment for the quarter. So that was just one of the biggest joys that we had. I also have to say that there was an executive, and I don't mind sharing his name. His name was G2, and he has very big ideas. And then the expectation is that enablement has even bigger execution. And so it was a delight to be able to have that sponsorship from not only him, but from my SVP of RevOps, Dallas Olson, and Melinda Whitney Cox, who really elevated the team to say, you know what, I think we can actually do this. Can we get the entire go-to-market function enabled on a new solution? And as Siobhan just mentioned, that was about 18,500 field-facing reps and about 6,500 portfolio sellers. We gamified the entire experience so that they had to identify their leads, prioritize their leads, tailor their messaging, prepare that messaging and practice it, and then go and execute as best as they possibly could. So that's why we saw the numbers that we did. We could not do it though if we didn't have awesome team and an awesome set of partners. So first of all, I want to thank Leah Manson, who was just absolutely incredible from MindTickle. She really helped run the entire enablement operations. When you're doing a big program of this sort, that's absolutely key. Brian Withers, who's truly the MVP of this program. If you don't have a strong enablement data analytics lead, they are your secret sauce to impact as well as to running these big programs. We used Inflow Enablement, so Stephanie Zarabian is a thought leader and does some incredible work that we were able to partner with, and many, many more folks, particularly in sales communication. So Brian and Kendra, shout out shout out to you. And then, more than anything was around being able to make sure that we had an impact methodology that we could measure the whole way through. So the combination of our technology stack that really helped us from Salesforce to revenue intelligence to our partners at MindTickle that were incredible for everything with sales readiness and coaching, to WalkMe, which helped us do inflow enablement, and then our sales training partners, which was Baker Communications and Imparta. Together, that rockstar team really helped pull off this entire program. So incredibly grateful. So thank you to the Sales 3.0 team again, and congratulations to the other participants. Thank you.
Before we get into who this award winner is, I was hoping, Siobhan, maybe you could tell us, the value, the importance, what this award really means.
This award is a recognition of the work, the blood, sweat, and tears, the strategic partnership, the belief, and the recognition that by being in these servant roles and by managing these servant roles and the people in these roles and helping, and really is helping those folks that are out there on the line every single day and the people that coach them, that this is a recognition by a jury of our peers, by professors who sell this, by CEOs, of the impact that we've actually had. And this next recipient is one that not only has had a tremendous impact, she and I have come up against each other a few times in job interviews. That's been fun. And she published a book that is a New York Times bestseller, and she's just a phenomenal human being all the way around. And so at this point, Hang Black, if you would come up.
Supposed to make me cry before I come on stage. First and foremost, how lucky are we to be amongst this community? With revenue enablement, our job is literally to help others, and what a privilege to have that honor. I want to really appreciate Gerhard, Paul Butterfield for creating the award itself, and for Selling Power and the Revenue Enablement Society, who've actually really built up this community. We are in a very difficult economic time, but I have to say, for every winter, there is a spring, and when spring comes along, your enablement leadership and team will be there for you to be the fertilizer and the water. Receiving a lifetime award, I actually get to thank the teams that I've worked with, starting at Gigamon with a mighty force of one human being, to 8x8, Juniper, and Zoom Info. All of these great humans are the infrastructure of what helped me achieve the things that I did and for our companies. That being said, we also have to thank our partners in product management, product marketing, RevOps, and of course, the C-suite. Thank you again, and I hope that we all get to continue to not only look at our tools and talent and think beyond training, but to actually equip, inspire, and empower our teams to do the best that they can. Thank you so much.